Leo, welcome to your Astroflower reading, going from the 2nd through to the 8th of October. Coming up into eclipse season as well. So I will be doing readings on that in a couple of weeks. This week here we got the monthly readings coming out, and there is a competition attached to the monthly reading. So if you want to be part of that competition to get a free reading or a healing session with myself, half an hour reading with myself, you've got to subscribe and sort of click that bell and what have you, and you'll be notified of it and all about the information on the competition in the monthly readings, which yours will be coming out on Monday. In the meantime, let's just see what's going on for you for this week. Hope you're doing well. I hope you had a lovely reading. What's on the overall energy? Yes, the overall energy here is all about sort of connecting with other people, enjoying life, celebrating. It's the renewal of a new year. It's engaging in life. It's just being connecting with people, and I think it's the overall energy here is encouraging you to take the first step. So if you're thinking about someone, give them a call, just see how they're doing. The very little things, because that's what then triggers into bigger things. And I think, in a way, you have got a roll on, you've got a wriggle on, Leo, you really have. And in order to keep that momentum going for you, that good vibration going for you, sometimes you need to put a little bit in ourselves. It's just like paddling down a river. Sometimes the river's running, going really quickly, and you only have to sort of like steer it and stuff like that. And sometimes you have to put it in occasionally, just put in an oar, just to keep you up to speed. And sometimes you have to really work hard. But here I think it's a case of enjoying yourself and just putting in an oar every now and then, just to help life sort of flow through, encourage that sort of connection with other people. And that's very simple, of sort of like, if you're thinking about someone, phone them or go and see them, have a cup of tea, whatever it is. Same thing within your business. If you're thinking about doing something, just do it. These aren't massive decisions here. These are really simple things. It may be just a case of kind of going, oh, I wonder how that client's doing. Oh yeah, but I'll give them a call, just see how they're doing. That sort of thing. And I think it's going to sort of like, that attitude there is going to bring a lot for you. Let's see what's on your karmic message on your relationship side. 8 of Wands. Absolutely brilliant. This is it. This is what I'm talking about. You are the message bearer here. The messenger of what I was talking about in that card there. You are the messenger. You're bringing in that sort of communication in a very passionate way. This is what I'm saying. If you're thinking about it, phone them, talk to them, go for a cup of tea. That's on your karmic mission. In your relationships here, without any second thought of anything behind it, just kind of sort of say, hi, how you doing? Wonder what you're doing this weekend? Or I was in the area, just thought I'm going to pop in, say hello. Or just phoning up and just sort of saying, hi, how you doing? That sort of thing. And I think once you start doing that, those 8 of Wands is providing a lot of passionate connections with the relationships that are around you. And it starts with communication. And then you are communicating. You've got another 8 here as well. 8 of Pentacles. This is with the influence of the universe on this 8 of Wands. So the universe here is sort of saying to you, put it in, put that call through, get to work, concentrate on the smaller, finer details. That's what that is all about. Allowing your intuition to step into the reality, into the physical world. So if you're thinking about them, call them. How is it connecting your past to your future? This is how your guides work on a super subconscious level within the Astroflower. They make a connection to your karmic path a lot more, the longer term plans, as it were. This is why it connects the past to the future, keeps a consistent direction for you. And this is where you've got the King of Swords, which is absolutely brilliant. It's come from a position of judgment, of wisdom, of clarity of vision, of what you want and where you go and what works for you, basically. And that's what the judgment is in there. And that's where you're coming from within your relationships. And this is how you're approaching your relationships at the moment. And this is why I think if you're thinking about them, call them. It's going to provide a lot of things for you and for everybody that is around you. And then you get 7 of cups. Your future self is, as I said, if you're thinking about them, do it. Okay? And this becomes so evident, and it turns out so well. The energy is so flowing in your direction for that, for unification, but not just for you and another person, but it is in general across the board, you know. And it is following that 1 cup. And that's what the 7 is, a realization, a revelation, and it is a revelation within you, you know, and it will bring you happiness and justice. There's no doubt about it, and real harmony. And the evident path is basically, you might have several options in your life at the moment, possibilities. If you sit down and you look at them for 2 minutes, no more, not even 2 minutes, a minute or 2, you'll realise that one of those possibilities is evident that you should be doing. It doesn't necessarily mean it's easy, but it's evident that you should be doing that. And I think that's what you should be listening to within you. So if you get these sort of like, you know, little coincidences, little thoughts that come in here and there, I would act upon them. Communication is key here. Just say hello and find out what the connection is, and it may bring you a lot of rewards, Well, that is a real throw up. This is your future. This is the outcome. Painful outcome. It's possible that then, obviously, connecting with people, you may understand something. You may understand what people are really, you know, what relationships are really concerned with you, basically. I get more disappointment than anything else. But I do get a lot of discovery. I get a lot of discovery about the true, honest nature of people in their connection to you. And some of it may be painful to deal with. We're going to have to see on the clarification there, because it doesn't ring true to the rest of it. But it may, in doing this, the thing is with this, the thing is with the 3 of Swords, you know, that is a rain cloud going on behind them, behind the 3 of Swords, yeah. And that rain, like, you know, even, you know, someone from the UK, where it rains a lot, I know that at some point that rain is going to stop and sunshine is going to appear at some point. And I think this is a transitory sort of thing. I've got it out. It's a transitory sort of thing, and I don't think you should be scared of this. I think it's helping to reveal a lot to you. Because some of these options here, and this could be the people around you, some of these options, if you look on that, some of these options, like that top one up there, it's got a snake in it. And that's, we tend to get mainly affected by the negative views. You know, that's why the news is never happy. You know, and that's why a lot of tarot readers play on the negative side of life. I don't play on the positive side of life. I try and be as realistic as possible. And yeah, and there's probably going to be people that it's going to cause you pain in a way. But I do believe it's going to make you feel so much better in the going future. So much better. Because it's going to liberate you from those options of relationships that are around you which are not in your interest. And I think it's very transitory. As I say, we'll see with the clarification there. But really threw me, that card, I've got to be honest. Let's see what's going on your financial side, your business side. 5 of Cups. on your karmic message here, I did say there was a bit of disappointment at the top there. I think this is a case here because it's on your karmic path. And I don't think your disappointment in your karmic path. I think it's disappointment in the world around you that is coming across your karmic path. If you look on this person here, you know, these 3 cups here are wasted. They turn around, they got, there's 2 cups behind you, the 2 of cups. The unification of themselves. That's the 2 cups that are still standing. And eventually there's a pathway that leads off on this side here. Leads off to that bridge there, as you can well see. And then there's a whole new town there. And I think this is a case of you have got to be careful of the disappointment in yourself that you place upon yourself. Because it's stopping you from advancing. So I would be just wary of, you know, being too hard on yourself in the way of sort of finances and business and stuff like that. And don't think that because it happened like that in the past, that's how it's going to happen in the future. That's the sort of warning I get off that more than anything else. Okay? The universe here is sort of saying the reason you might have been disappointed in the past is because you didn't put yourself forward. You didn't put yourself in the front. It's got to work for you before it works for everybody else. You know, if I was to have like a food truck, I would be taking the orders, making the meals and serving them. When I get success in the business, I can get someone to make the food and I will just take the orders and serve. But it's got to work totally for me first before I can employ someone. And that's what it's all about. And I think that's what the universe has been trying to help you here to understand. It's not selfish or egotistical to do that. Where have you come from? And you know, on your relationship side, you had the King of Swords. On this side here, you got the Emperor. This is pretty much you as well, Leo. And I think this is where you come from. I think you come from an incredibly strong position. And this could be the disappointment. It's almost as if like, I've done everything correctly. Why am I not getting the results I should be getting? And that's when you start looking at yourself. So I would just be wary of that. Sometimes you have to wait around for the world to catch up with you. And I think that's what's happening there with that 3 of Cups. It started opening those doors. Yeah? 2 of Cups. That's what you should be walking towards. Lovers. And that is in your future self. That's what you're sort of talking to yourself and encouraging yourself to fall in love with what you do and believe in yourself. I think this is almost, I don't think it's like a test. But I do believe there's a sort of degree of sort of kind of going, if you want to go further in your career path, in your business or in your job, whatever it is, you have to believe in yourself. You have to believe that this is your righteous path. You have to believe that this is what I should be doing. Not necessarily believe, but know. Yeah, more know. Don't believe, no. I can't believe I'm saying believe. Yeah, anyway, don't believe, just know. And falling in love with what you do, I think, is really important. And that's going to help with the connection that you have with other people around you. What's the overall outcome? You again. You are going to get reborn when you do this into a much, much stronger position. Because this is the beauty of this, right? Okay? She's got her hand going down into the throat of the lion, right? That is, you know, you have to, imagine if you had to do that. At some point, you're going to have to turn around to yourself and you've got to say, don't doubt in what you're doing. If you doubt in what you're doing, it's going to mess up. You know, I used to play lots of sport and I used to play rugby. And, you know, when you're going into a tackle or when someone's tackling you, you have to have no doubt about what you're doing because that's when you get injured a lot less. So it's having that insurance within you and quelling that doubt. And it is a bit of a karmic message for you, or learning this week, basically, more than anything else. Let's just do a bit of a clarification on the Light Seers cards. There is loads of links in the description below to private readings. There's also to our sister channel called Somatic TV, where we do, it's a channel about energy, basically. Everything that's connected to energy. You'll find a link to it there, and I do lots of reports on energy and stuff like that. Thank you very much for your support. Let's just see what's going on here. Page of Swords. This coming together with other people that are around you is going to stimulate a lot of ideas, or a lot of potential, or a lot of excitement within you. And the idea is to convert the ideas into reality. This is what I'm saying. If you're thinking about them, phone them. I think that's what that is all about. Convert it into reality, basically. Let's just see with the Eight of Wands on your karmic mission. Three of Cups. Communicating with everybody that is around you. And I don't think this is a one-to-one thing. I think this is, family, friends, community, your partner, everything. It's connecting with the greater volume of people around you, and just following your intuition, basically. See what's going on with the Eight of Pentacles. You get the Empress. So you've got the Emperor and the Empress now. You seem to be unifying your life into one flow, which is really nice. It's going to bring a lot more consistency to you. As you concentrate on the smaller, finer details with the Eight of Pentacles, you will have control over your emotions. And the Pentacles is a very physical world, and it's asking you to physically engage, to take control over your emotions. Don't allow them to sort of like taint your actions. So if you're thinking about someone saying, I should give them a call. Oh, well, I don't know if I should actually, because I don't want to, I haven't called them for ages, and I don't, put down your emotions. Just call them. I think, and all of a sudden, that's when you can start creating a lot of things. Let's just see what's going on with the King of Swords here. How is your past trying to, help your future? You've got the King of Pentacles as well. Really, you're coming from a really, really beautifully strong position. Not only have you got wisdom for here, you've got knowledge and understanding. And also the, being part of the wolf pack, being part of the family, taking care of everybody, taking care of the family, the friends, the community, all of that sort of thing. Is very prevalent within you. Very prevalent indeed. So you're coming from an incredibly strong place, and I would keep that. I would remain in that strong place as you go forward. Okay, so there is a decision to be made, and I think this is part and parcel of the communication. If you start communicating with people, then you're going to see how people are. And with this Seven of Cups here, as I said, there's lots of possibilities around with you, but you've got the Four of Pentacles that is clarifying it, and the Four of Pentacles is either you're holding on too tightly. That could well be a case where you're sort of saying, oh, I haven't spoken to ages, I don't know whether I should phone them. That sort of thing, when you're holding on to old things too tightly, so you're not allowing yourself to free flow through your intuition going forward. There is also the other side of it, which I prefer, which is spending your money wisely. Spending your effort, your energy, your emotions wisely. Because some of these cups are not worth investing in, obviously. And I think that's going to come clear to you. I think it's like, beware of the Ides of March, What was that Caesar thing, there is a Judas among us, whatever it is. That's what it feels like. You're going to be, you're going to discover that person that is not really got your heart's, your best intentions at heart, basically. With the Three of Swords, you get the Three of Wands. I think you need to provoke a lot within your relationships to see, see what comes out. I think it was like one of the alphabet agencies used to say you'd run a handkerchief through the system and see who comes out with the handkerchief. So you tell one person one thing. So if I told you that I've got 4 heads, and then someone else tells me later on, says, Tom, I heard you got 4 heads. And I'll know that person has then said. That's what it's sort of saying there. And I think you've got to be patient here, very, very patient. But being very connected with other people is also going to bring you a lot of clarity and make you feel a lot happier within your relationships. With the Five of Cups, you get the Five of Pentacles. Don't focus on your weak points. I don't think it's your karmic mission to lose money, because that is also a meaning for this card. But I think it's a case of you could shut yourself out in the cold financially because you're allowing your doubts to stop you from moving forward. Don't focus on your weaknesses, focus on your strengths. And that's where that Emperor and the King of Swords, King of Pentacles comes into play. Really important, I think. Let's just see what's going on with the Six of Pentacles, putting yourself forward. This is all about that Three of Cups there, obviously. And that is being rectified because the overall energy is bringing you in those Three of Cups. So you can then engage your cup in your life. Looking forward to the future, creating the future without waiting for retribution, waiting for, justice or karmic justice or whatever, or recognition and stuff like that. Just go ahead and enjoy your life. You will make leaps and bounds ahead of you. You got the Wheel of Fortune with the Emperor card. Yes, I think because of this, look at that, for an incredibly powerful position of where you're from. That's where you're coming from. Look at that. That is absolutely amazing. And, where you've actually come from to where you're going, you've created this momentum within your life. And it's now, as I said, occasionally you've got to put the oars in. And I think this is what you've got to do on your relationship side. You've got to put a little bit out there to see, it's filtering, some people around you that just haven't got your interest in heart. And on your financial side, this is sort of like that change is coming to you. You can feel that success coming in. As I've said in the past as well, and this is one thing that just keeps coming up twice now within my spirit. And Leo, you're very good at making money, but you tend to let it flow through your fingers. Hello. It's Riglis. Riglis has been here. Has come here. There's a little dog. So you find it very hard to keep hold of that money, basically. Bonjour, bonjour. Ça va?
Ça va, c'est bon. Hein?
Ah, magnifique.
C'est bon pour de l'eau, c'est agréable.
Ah ouais, c'est joli, hein? C'est magnifique, ouais. Sorry about that. So yeah, you've created this sort of scenario, and you're coming from a beautiful strength position, and it's a case of filtering things out in your life. And on your financial side, it's filtering out that idea of the doubt that you have within you in regards to what you can do. And as I say, you find it difficult to hold on to money, and maybe that's one thing as well that you need to do. If you address that, then that may help you loads. And you get the Five of Cups up here with the Lovers. Turning a negative into positive. I think this is what you've got the capacity to do at the moment, more than anything else. Turning a disappointing Three of Cups into a joyous Three of Cups, and a very joyous energy with that Lovers card. Let's just see what the overall outcome is here. Strength. Ace of Swords. The moment you let go of that doubt, this is where you're going to win on every single front. And this is where your strength is then going to really pay you dividends. Because you've dealt with the doubt. And because you've dealt with the doubt, it's going to make you feel so strong about moving forward in life. And I think that's going to help out that Three of Swords scenario there, where you're going to see things clearly for what some people are like in relationship to you, and who are the beneficial ones, and who are some that just don't correspond to you anymore. Let's put it like that. Okay, so there you go, Leo. Thank you very much for being here. I really do appreciate it. I'll see you for your monthly readings. Don't forget about that competition. In the meantime, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.